Dreams meet faith, a common crossroads. We all have dreams. We imagine a future filled with hope and purpose. But what happens when our dreams seem to collide with our faith? This is a crossroads we all face. It's a place where ambition meets surrender. Many of us struggle to balance our desires with God's will. We strive for success, but sometimes we forget to seek His guidance. We make plans without consulting the one who holds our future. This is where trust comes in. Trusting God with our dreams means letting go of our own limited vision. It means believing He has a plan, even when we can't see it. Surrender is not about giving up, it's about giving it all to God. Meet Emily, chasing dreams, seeking purpose. Emily was a young woman with big dreams. She was a talented artist with a passion for design. From a young age, she found solace and joy in creating art, often losing herself in the vibrant colors and intricate details of her work. Her family and friends admired her dedication and the unique perspective she brought to her creations. Emily dreamed of opening her own gallery, a place to showcase her work and inspire others. She envisioned a space where people could come to appreciate the beauty of art and find their own inspiration. It was more than just a dream. It was a calling that she felt deep within her soul. She poured her heart into her art, spending countless hours honing her craft. Each stroke of the brush was a step closer to her dream. Her dedication was unwavering, and she often stayed up late into the night, perfecting her pieces. But Emily's journey wasn't without its challenges. She faced rejection from galleries and struggled to make a name for herself. The letters of rejection piled up, each one a painful reminder of the obstacles in her path. The closed doors seemed to mock her efforts, but she refused to give up. Doubt crept in, whispering that maybe her dreams were too big. She began to wonder if she was chasing an impossible goal. The weight of uncertainty pressed down on her, making her question her abilities and her purpose. Emily started to question her path, feeling lost and uncertain. The once clear vision of her future became clouded with fear and doubt. She wandered through the park, searching for answers, but finding only more questions. Despite the setbacks, Emily clung to her faith. She knew God had a plan for her life, even if it didn't look the way she expected. Her faith was a source of strength, a beacon of hope in the midst of her struggles. She turned to prayer, seeking comfort and guidance. She began to pray for guidance, asking God to reveal His will for her life. Emily believed that her journey, with all its twists and turns, was leading her to a greater purpose. She trusted that, in time, her path would become clear, and her dreams would align with the divine plan set out for her. The struggle when plans and providence collide. Emily found a perfect location for her gallery. It was a quaint little spot that seemed to call out to her creative spirit. It was in a bustling part of town with high foot traffic, the kind of place where her art could be seen and appreciated by many. She poured all her savings into securing the lease, excited to finally see her dream come true. Every detail seemed to fall into place perfectly. But just as she was about to sign the papers, the deal fell through. Emily was devastated. It felt like the rug had been pulled out from under her. She had put her heart and soul, not to mention her savings, into this gallery. The disappointment was overwhelming. It felt like all her hard work had been for nothing. The countless hours, the sleepless nights, all seemed wasted. Anger and resentment toward God welled up inside her. She couldn't understand why this was happening. "Why would you let this happen?" she cried out in prayer. Her faith was shaken, and she felt abandoned. For weeks, Emily struggled to understand. She replayed every moment in her mind, searching for answers. She questioned God's plan, wondering why He would allow her to get so close to her dream, only to snatch it away. The confusion was unbearable. She withdrew from friends and family, isolating herself in her pain and disappointment. The once vibrant and hopeful Emily was now a shadow of her former self. In her solitude, she began to reflect on her journey. She looked at old photographs and remembered why she started this dream in the first place. Slowly, she picked up her paintbrush again. Each stroke on the canvas was a step toward healing. She realized that her passion for art was still alive, even if her plans had changed. Emily began to see that sometimes, when plans and providence collide, it can lead to a new and unexpected path. A path that, in time, might reveal a purpose greater than she ever imagined. Seeds of surrender, planting dreams in God's hands. One Sunday, Emily reluctantly attended church. The pastor's message focused on the story of Joseph. Joseph, despite facing betrayal and hardship, remained faithful to God. In the end, God elevated Joseph to a position of power, using his experiences for good. The pastor's words resonated deeply with Emily. She realized that sometimes God allows us to go through difficult seasons to prepare us for something greater. It wasn't about her plans, but about surrendering to His perfect will. That day, Emily made a decision. She surrendered her dream to God, acknowledging that His plans were far greater than her own. She prayed for the strength to trust His timing and the wisdom to discern His guidance. Section 5. Unexpected Harvest. Trusting God's Redirection. A few weeks later, Emily received an unexpected phone call. A local community center was looking for an art teacher for underprivileged children. They had heard about Emily's talent and passion for art and thought she would be a perfect fit. Emily hesitated at first. This wasn't the dream she had envisioned, but as she prayed about it, she felt a sense of peace. She realized that this opportunity aligned with her heart's desire to use her art to make a difference. With a renewed sense of purpose, Emily accepted the position. She poured her heart into teaching, sharing her love for art with the children. She discovered a passion for teaching that she never knew she had. Section 6. The Power of Prayer, Seeking Guidance and Clarity. As Emily continued to teach, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. Her students were not just learning about art, they were discovering their own creative voices. This realization filled her with joy and a deeper understanding of her role as an artist and a teacher. She realized that her passion for art was meant to be shared, not just displayed on a gallery wall. Her art had the power to inspire and connect people, to evoke emotions and provoke thoughts. It was a gift that needed to be given freely and generously. But she still felt a desire to showcase her own artwork. She wanted to reach a wider audience, to share her vision with the world. This desire was not born out of vanity, but out of a genuine wish to make a difference through her art. She wasn't sure what to do with this. The path ahead seemed unclear, and she felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. She knew she needed guidance, a clear direction to follow. She started praying specifically about her art career. She asked for wisdom and clarity, for the courage to take bold steps and the patience to wait for the right opportunities. Her prayers were heartfelt and sincere, a true reflection of her desire to align her work with a higher purpose. She asked God to show her what He wanted her to do, to open the right doors and close the wrong ones. She prayed for discernment, to recognize the signs and follow the path laid out for her. Her faith was her anchor, giving her strength and hope. She committed to following His guidance, even if it meant stepping outside of her comfort zone. She knew that true growth often required taking risks and embracing the unknown. Her commitment was unwavering, a testament to her trust in the divine plan. One day while praying, Emily felt a strong impression to share her art online. It was a new and daunting idea, but it resonated deeply with her. She felt a surge of inspiration and a clear sense of direction. She had always been hesitant to do so, fearing criticism and rejection. The online world seemed vast and intimidating, and she worried about how her work would be received. But this time, something was different. But this time, she felt a sense of peace about it. It was as if a weight had been lifted off her shoulders. She knew that this was the right step to take, and she was ready to embrace it with an open heart and a willing spirit. Section 7. Finding Purpose, Aligning Dreams with God's Will. Emily created an online portfolio of her artwork, showcasing her unique style and perspective. She shared it on social media, nervous but excited to see what would happen. To her surprise, the response was overwhelmingly positive. People connected with Emily's art. They were drawn to her use of color, her unique style, and the emotions her pieces evoked. She started receiving messages from people all over the world, sharing how her art had touched their lives. Emily realized that God had a bigger plan for her art than she could have imagined. He had used her struggles and her willingness to surrender her dreams to lead her to a place of greater purpose. Section 8. The Joy of Surrender, Embracing God's Plan. Emily continued to teach and create art, finding joy and fulfillment in both. She learned that true success wasn't about achieving her own plans, but about surrendering to God's will. She discovered that His plans were always better, bigger, and more beautiful than anything she could have imagined. Her story reminds us that trusting God with our dreams doesn't mean our dreams won't come true. It means they might come true in a different way, a way that brings greater purpose and fulfillment. It's about aligning our will with His, knowing that He always has our best interests at heart. Section 9. Your Journey of Trust. BookiBiblically for guidance. Are you ready to embark on your own journey of trusting God with your dreams? BookiBiblically can provide you with the tools and inspiration you need to deepen your faith and discover God's purpose for your life. Our app offers a vast library of devotionals, sermons, and Bible studies to guide you on your spiritual journey. Let BookiBiblically be your companion as you navigate the intersection of your dreams and God's divine plan. Start your free trial today and discover the power of surrendering your dreams to the one who holds your future.